I went up to that title company and they handed me a check and it had $6,100 on it. It still didn't feel real till I went to that bank and cashed the check and they gave me 60. I had $6,100 cash in my hand. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? What's going on, bro? I about forgot I was in the backstage joint.
You're in it, man.
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, dude. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I hate I missed the sign up where well, it's all good because I've been following you for about 3 months now, and I already done locked up my first they got my first contract signed and closed on in 30 days. So
how much?
You for 7,000.
Woo!
7,000 in 3 weeks off $100 EMD.
Woo!
So you ain't got to tell me that. Well, yeah, you got to keep telling me knowledge, but you definitely made a believer out of me. So first, I want to, yeah, man, like. I don't know why. Even while I was, taking the steps and stuff, like I was still skeptical. Like even when I had the conversation with the seller, something was still, like it wasn't real until I went up to that title company and they handed me a check and it had $6,100 on it. It still didn't feel real till I went to that bank and cashed the check, and they gave me 60. I had $6,100 cash in my hand. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? In less than 3 weeks, bro. Like, I ain't trying to brag or boast or nothing like that. I think I posted it in the group, like, for some motivation. Like, I ain't trying to brag or boast or nothing like that. It was just unfreaking believable. Like, $100 turned into $7,000 in 3 weeks. Like, are you?
And you get $100 back, bro. You get $100 back too.
Yeah. I didn't even know that part. I thought the $100 was to the seller. Like, whatever, it's gone. So when I seen the 6,100, I'm like, that's an extra $100. Like, what? Shit, I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't even know that. I ain't even know you get your EMD back or none of that. So yeah. But since then, feeling like hot stuff. Like right after that, I had another lead. I followed up on it, and I got it locked up, but I locked it up way too freaking high. Cause I ran my cops on PropStream and on Zillow. And they was I came up with an ARV of like 240, and the people was willing to let it go for 180. They already had most of the rehab done.
The only thing they maybe had to put in, anybody probably had to spend another 10, maybe 12,000 to finish the rehab. So I'm going off of all that. I'm like, oh, and they wouldn't let it go for 180. Met with them, got them to agree to 170. I'm like, oh yes, I'm in the fucking money. But I overlooked the area, and the comps that I pulled up was like they was just like 3 blocks over, and they were selling for like 240 and 250 within the last 3 months, like literally just 3 blocks over. But when I went over there and actually looked at the comp, like the neighborhood was a completely different kind of neighborhood, like like the grass was cut up. My subject property was like it stood out because it was so well put together, like in that area it is the best looking house in that area. But just 3 blocks over, it was like a typical normal looking house for that area. And I didn't realize it until I done marketed it out. I had a couple of buyers come out looking at it, and they was like, nah, bro, like I couldn't. A lot of them was like, they can't do no more than 140 for it.
Yeah.
Because of the area. So my thing is, how can I get a decent ARV in tricky areas like that?
It's
Or
hard,
do you
man.
have any advice?
So cash flow is a really good one. All right, first of all, congrats on the deal, man. I'm telling you, like, hey, I got my first deal, third deal, fourth deal. Like, it didn't feel real. And then I started getting, if you know, like, you're starting to do that, why wouldn't you want to scream on social media, tell everyone to do it? That's why I tell everyone to do it, because it happens, right? But to answer your question, bro, cash flow is the best one. But when you really don't know, dude, you just got to ask your buyers how much they're willing to pay for it. Like, just how much you're willing to buy this house for before you lock it up. Not the best thing to do, but like when you just don't know, you just ask, right? And sometimes they'll give it to you, and then like, okay, well, you're gonna pay 180. She's at 170. Let's do 160, right? And then you're good to go. That's probably my best advice for it.
So doing that wouldn't be considered marketing that property?
You don't have it locked up.
If you don't have it locked up, like you said, just asking the buyers.
Like, what would you buy this?
That wouldn't be considered like marketing the property with, because I don't want to get in any kind of trouble or nothing like that.
No, like if I asked you, hey, how much would you buy 1234 Main Street at? Just curious if you're gonna buy it. Just speaking numbers, right? How much would you buy the White House at? I'm not marketing the White House. Just how much would you buy for the White House, right? You know, because you're not saying you own it. You say, well, how much would you pay for a house like this?
Yeah, because that's what I thought about that. I actually put it out there once I realized I had it locked up too high. Yeah. I put it out there to a couple of agents with like, I gave them the information, the property info and all that, and I asked them like, just make an offer on it, just trying to. And one guy hit me back. One of the agents hit me back, and like he kind of called me out on it. He was like, it seems like you don't know what the house worth. It's like, and I was like, look, to be honest, like I am fishing, just to see, what kind of offers I could, I can get off this house. Dude, but I thought that was funny. He tried to call me out like that.
Don't let him disrespect you, man. Like I don't play with that, man.
Yeah.
Well, you think it's worth less? Well, show me how. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't let anyone disrespect me like that, because then they're not going to respect you when you go to sell the other deal.
True. Well, shit, that's on them, because when my next deal I throw it right up in their face, Now that's when I will gloat. Like mama, like yeah, I might have messed up on that one, but look at this $10,000 I just made a couple of weeks later. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it don't even rub me like that. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I get agents disrespect me all the time, and I can go tell them I made your entire commission for a year in like a week, but I don't say that. I know it's real for me, and so I don't have to. But man, dude, that's awesome, dude. Keep hammering, man. Like, dude, wholesaling will change your life, and you keep at it, man. You're gonna do it.
It's for real, man. Like I said, just listening to you and your pops, yo, and just following up on stuff. Fought through all my own doubts and stuff like that, because the whole time in the back of my head, like, ain't no way it's this easy, Like I done been told this, and like you said, it's always something, it's always something that somebody ain't telling you. And I can vouch for y'all. Like, you done told me enough to make $7,000 in 3 weeks. So. Hey, if I don't learn nothing else from you, I feel like I done learned enough,
What state are you in? Don't tell me your market. What state?
In North Carolina.
Okay. I don't want to know what's market, because I don't just, people are going to flood it.
But... Nah, it's cool, because check this. I do roadside assistance, right?
Oh, so okay.
I'm everywhere. Like, I don't, nice. I'm not just focused on just, put it like this. I'm in Guilford and surrounding counties. I'll put it like that. And most of it is driving for dollars, because I'm constantly seeing, the distressed properties, and like you was just talking about, like the signs. My signs for a distressed property is if it's empty.
Yeah.
If that house is empty, something going on there. Somebody ain't living there. So that's my qualification for a distressed property.
Yeah,
like
man.
I don't care. Of course, you look for the boarded up signs and tall grass and all that, but if that thing empty, it qualifies for my list.
I love it, man.
And your code violations, and I've been following up on that. Starting from the bottom, you're gonna learn the most from the bottom. That's how I feel. So once I get comfortable down here, I'm definitely taking out. But yeah, that was my only question though, because I feel now I'm kind of weary on my comps now through running them through PropStream and Zillow and all that.
Yeah.
But that reminds me. What about I had this idea, but before I actually stick to it, I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So say I get a comp with Zillow, I get an ARV with Zillow, I get an ARV with PropStream, and get an ARV with like Redfin. Can I add those up and divide them by 3 for like an average?
You can. I prefer comps.
Just go ahead and run it up.
I'd rather do comps, but you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, just something to make it quick and easy, just in case I'm talking to a seller on the phone, and I have to come up with a quick offer right quick.
You can do it.
True. All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, my big tip for you is, man, have the seller give the price first, and then just get the lowest you possibly can, the lowest. And that's honestly what I do. You don't have to comp at that point,
Okay.
Legit, I can go to a house. You give me the address. I just have a conversation with the seller. I can lock it up lower because I don't care what Zillow says. What price do you want to sell it for? They'll say 200. The Zillow could be 3. The Zillow could be 50 grand. I don't know. I say, well, I was talking to my, my buddy John, and he was closer to like 100. Like, I can never do 100. I mean, can we meet the middle? And they're like, well, I don't. And then you just lock it up, and like you don't even know. I always just try to get the lowest out of the seller, and that's how I get my bigger deals. But we got plenty of videos on that,
True. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man. No worries, dude. I love it. That's a great story, man. That's motivating. I know a lot of people are going to get motivated for that.
Man, it's unbelievable. That jump blew my mind. I ain't never, ever turned $100 into no $7,000. Like I be telling my people about it and all that. They just look at me like, boy, stop lying.
Yeah.
Like dude. You ain't got to, like, why is you? And then I go and show them it's the settlement statement letter, the same thing as a HUD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was another thing I meant to ask, because that's what I got. And I'm looking for something, with HUD on it or something like that. But they sent me, settlement statement letter. Okay. But it was all the same information, like you say, proof. Here you go. I ain't got to talk about it. You can see it for yourself.
At least use that money.
I appreciate everything you and your pops do, man. And
don't blow that money,
man.
It.
Salute. Best of luck to everybody in during the 30-day challenge. Like I said, you follow through. This your first time. You in the right place. For real. Listen to this guy right here. Don't let the baby face fool you. He knows a lot.
Oh my gosh. I love it, man. I love it.
Take it easy, man.
All right, don't blow that money, man. Keep it.
Oh no, this going right back into it. This going right back in. I started out with a $500 budget back in March.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna up that to I'm gonna take $1,500 and put it right back into the business.
Beautiful.
Like
man.
This, I'm sold.
You got this, man. You're in a great market, dude.
For real.
All right, well, hit me up.
Take it easy, man. I'll be in touch with you.
All right, man. Awesome, dude.
I bet.
Boom.